Hey everyone, you're listening to 4Player Podcast, a weekly live show about video games. We hope you'll stick around for another year of gaming discussion, fantasy critic hijinks, and of course, general shenanigans here at 4Player. Before we start this episode, we want to send a thank you out to everyone who listens and give a quick welcome to any newbies. I'll try to keep this short because this is, and always will be, an ad-free show. We've been at this since 2008, so if you like what we do, please subscribe and leave a review on your preferred podcast service. Join us in our Discord at discord.gg/4player, or, if you're so inclined, throw us a couple bucks a month on Patreon. We record these episodes live every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast, all spelled out, and episodes hit podcast services on Friday morning. You can find all the links you need at 4playernetwork.com. But enough about that, let's get started. Guys, hey everyone, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 848. It is Friday, September 12th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson. I'm joined tonight by Brad Simons.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Christopher Davis.
Hello, I'm also here.
And joining us for the first time since our draft night 2025, Ed Mitchell.
You know, I shouldn't make an excuse because I pretty much did this last year too. So
Wow.
It's all good. It's all good.
I would blame the baby, but no.
No, blame the baby.
You are one of the ones on quote unquote paternity leave.
She's so cute though.
I don't think he's still on paternity leave. I mean, unless he's Norwegian secretly.
Well,
Wasn't
I
she
actually
born
did
like 5
just-
months ago?
9 months. I did just get back from my second stint of paternity leave from
Oh,
work.
you split it up.
Damn.
I split it up. Yep.
Okay.
Look at that. Are you trying to pin that Hollow Knight thing to your
It has
chest?
10 things.
In like Finland, you get like a year of
The
paternity
problem is the
leave.
glue has dried up, so this thing pops out. But
Oh
yeah, some
no,
of it-
you broke your collectible Hollow Knight item or whatever the hell
It's
it was.
fine. It just sits there. So yes, I'm brooching.
Gotcha.
I think I'm wearing
well,
like a toga.
yeah, it does look a little bit like that. So first of all, before we get into it, obviously, guys, it is Friday. We normally record these things on Tuesday. It is Hollow Knight Silksong week, or the first time we're going to talk about it since it was released.
Yeah,
That's probably going to be the major point of conversation tonight. Also, sadly, I ended up with COVID this week. In fact, I have COVID right now, and I really didn't want to miss this conversation. So you can all blame me. It's my fault. We're doing this on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I would have been. I would have been painting the town red, Nick. Damn it.
What does that mean exactly in this context?
Well, if we weren't podcasts, whatever. Just
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. Okay, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
You're making a
Tonight-
joke about how
We're here on a Friday night. You know.
This is a very important show tonight for all of us here. We're going to talk about Silksong, big Nintendo Direct tonight, and
It's
big
fucking-
for me.
Oh.
I'm fulfilling my dream as a homeowner and cashing in on everything. I have spent the past 9 hours smoking a pastrami. It is 5 degrees
What?
and 20
I was like, I
minutes
don't know
away.
where that's going.
Wait,
We
wait.
moved on
Are we
from
doing the
gooning?
4-player minute? Like what's happening here? What,
Yeah.
how
No,
did
I'm
Chris
just-
take
I'm
over the
just-
podcast?
Started
Talk about
hosting all of
pastrami.
a sudden.
I
a
am
little
just
scared.
I'm trying to give y'all a disclaimer and a warning. At some point, my oven is going to go off. Say that my pastrami
He's
is
gonna
at
whip out his
195 degrees.
pastrami?
I'm going to leave. I'm going to step out. I'm going to wrap it up. I will come back, and then after 20 minutes, I'm going to go grab me a sandwich.
You're
It's going to be a while.
Wait,
Do you
You're
Do you
gonna
know
wrap up your
why?
pastrami?
First of all, dirty. Do you know why that's not a big deal? Because Chris Davis, you still haven't played fucking Hollow Knight. I'm not even talking about
There's a
Silksong,
good reason,
The
though.
first one.
There's a good reason though. I ordered a physical copy.
That's not a good reason.
He didn't finish. I ordered a physical copy from PNP Games. I did not know they were in Canada. They were struck by the de minimis tolls, so they delayed my shipment. I get it tomorrow.
Okay,
Chris,
wait.
This game came out 8 years ago,
Yes, it did.
and it has been on sale for $7.50 multiple
$5
times.
$5.
It is-
Cheaper than that, but
yeah.
yes.
It is there are multiple copies in our shared family Steam library.
That's true. It is. Yeah.
This is
So you're
insane.
blaming-
He's in the family. He is in the family.
You're
That's
blaming
crazy.
Canada?
Ed,
okay,
I have
let's talk
tried
about
to
it.
get you in there, but I've learned that if you kick someone out, you can't add anybody for a year. So at that point, I don't think. Why would we kick someone out? It just seems
Is that
Steam fucked
real?
us. That's real.
You're trapped in here with me.
Wait, so it's like they're punishing people for like kicking people out of their family?
Well, they don't want
It's-
people abusing the system.
Yeah, they don't want people cycling, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like us?
But we're gonna have to
Well.
take Chris Davis out on the boat one of these days. And,
I mean, the
Take him
best time
behind
to
the
plant
shed,
a
old
tree.
yeller me.
The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. So
yeah.
the second best time to kick Chris Davis out of the group is right now.
He's fine.
I mean,
he bought some
the
games
sooner-
that were on Game Pass. You know.
I did say earlier that I have 1,000 games in my Steam library, so I would
If we-
contribute.
If we kick Chris Davis out of the Steam family tonight, in 1 year, Ed can be in the Steam family.
the next time Ed's on the podcast.
Yeah,
You
that's not
wouldn't
on the podcast.
remember by then.
I
sure
would.
you
I would set a reminder for.
Yeah, he would like. He
You would set a reminder. You
immediately.
wouldn't actually remember.
Never
He would
forget
mark his
the
calendar.
9th of the 12th of September, Chris.
It is. Can I say? I just opened up Game Pass for the first time in weeks. It's crazy that Silksong is on Game Pass.
That
It is
forgot.
crazy.
Normally, I
crazy.
would not buy a game that is on Game
Yeah.
Pass, but Silksong I was never not gonna buy.
They
mean,
must have
I-
signed that deal like 5 years ago, and just kept it going.
Yeah.
Oh
but
yeah, I couldn't not. Also, like since I play so much portably, I can't play a game like Silksong over streaming.
Yeah,
know?
I mean there are
I-
ways
I-
you can install it on your Steam Deck. But
Yeah, I know. I have been struggling my way through Clay Obscura because I'm playing that streaming from
Oh,
my
that's
Steam Deck
that's
to
too
my
timing
PC.
based.
I know. I've gotten decently good at it, but there's occasionally when I have to go to bosses and I have to go sit down. I literally tell Katie, I'm fighting a boss. I'm gonna go sit down at my PC for about like
Yeah.
2 hours until I beat this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So
okay.
so real quick before we dive into Silksong for the first time, it has been a while since we've had a chance to catch up with you, Ed. I do because
It has been a
Brad
while.
likes to ask you this question while we're not recording, so we struggle to like keep track of that. So what are the highlights so far for the year? For you?
Okay, what
I just wanna know.
E33 blueprints? I mean, we've all played the good ones. I want to hear about something
He
a
wants the
little
deep-
different.
He wants the spicy take or the unexpected.
So here's the thing. You have a baby, right? And those
I'm
first
listening.
those first 2 months, that baby sleeps all the time.
Mhm.
And if you're a terrible parent or a good parent, depending on how you ask, you like to let them sleep in your arms. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
I got a lot of gaming time in during my paternity leave while Callie was just sleeping in my arms.
Okay.
so-
okay.
Down the list real quick. I finished Tales of Iron, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Jusant, Stellar Blade, Yakuza 0, Death Stranding, and Ender Lilies.
Damn!
All during my paternity leave. I started Liza P, God of War, and Diablo 4. And then
Cool.
also during after that, I went back to work or whatever, but I played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 to completion.
Hell yeah!
100 something hours. I completed all the side quests. It was crazy.
Best game of the year.
I love that game. Played Mario Kart World, whatever. Played Ender Magnolia, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Schedule 1, Dark Deity 2, Blueprints, Bionic Bay,
Jesus
Claire
Christ.
Obscura Expedition 33. These are all games I've played and haven't finished. Pipistrello, Elden Ring Night Rain, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Hollow Knight Silksong.
Damn! Look at you. Fuck.
So I have been well dabbling in games this year. A lot of those I listed at the end I've just kind of touched and played a little bit, but I decided to start playing games with one of my friends back in Austin. So we played a lot of Schedule 1 together. We played Peak together.
Friend slot.
Friend slot.
Friend slot.
Exactly.
Friend slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
first of all, Parenthood, highly recommend in general.
Yeah.
Those first 2 months are terrible, but you get a lot of gaming time in. So
that's the best argument I've heard so far for having
first 2 months are terrible.
It's like
sweet summer child.
It's a little too late to figure out how. The timing would have been great if those first 2 months for me were like in September, October, because this month is like crazy.
Yeah,
I think it's a little too late to plan for that, right?
It is. You need a 9-month gestation period.
Fuck.
My wife has been exclusively breastfeeding. She's been a complete champ through all that.
Damn.
Okay.
But it means that like it did mean at the beginning that I would get like 30 to 45 minutes of gaming time uninterrupted as well. And now it's like 5 minutes and Callie's done and ready to move on with her day. But yes, Callie is now crawling, or has been crawling for 3 months. She's 9 months old, has been crawling since before she was 6 months old. She is starting to stand and just barely maybe kind of taking little like exploratory steps. Not holding on to things, but like holding on to things. So
not doing cartwheels yet?
No cartwheels. But
okay. I don't know when that comes.
Cute. She's cute. It's parenthood is cool.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
I can't wait till she starts playing.
You had me at you'll get a solid 2 months of gaming. I was about to be like, babe.
No, I mean, it comes and goes, but eventually when they get to the age where you could just tell them to go back to bed,
yeah. I mean, right now we're in like core like 2 naps. They're each like an hour and a half long ish, hour and a half long. So me and my wife optimize our days around being able to sit on the couch during that nap time. And so when I'm not working or whatever, I get like an hour and a half, hour ish, and then at night maybe 2 to 3 hours before we go to bed. So somehow managed to keep on gaming. Not so bad, yeah.
Nice. Meanwhile, we have no idea how much gaming Nolan has been managing to do.
I know.
I mean, him or Bernadette play a fuck ton of Pokemon, or both.
That is true. That is probably true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
hundreds of hours of Pokemon.
I've talked to Nolan a little bit, not enough. I should message him more. But sounds like they've had it a lot more difficult than we have.
Well, I'll say this, Ed, don't get too comfy because things change constantly.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
All of a sudden, oh, my kid sleeps through the night. It's fucking amazing. And then, one bad cold and then they never do that again. It's just like, yeah.
So I still honestly do not understand how you play as many games as you do when you have 2 kids.
Well, you embellish a little bit.
Yeah.
About, I come on here with a lot of new games, but like, and it gives me a hard time, but like, I'm not like finishing a lot of these games.
Yeah, sure.
Or I'm well, when I
you
like
give
at
each
the end
other
of the
hard
year
times.
or whatever,
Right.
it's that sort of thing. Or like I'll start again and be like, oh, this game's really sweet, and I'll be like talking about it on the podcast, but then it's like 9 months before I find time to get back to it and try to finish it up. It's that sort of thing. Most of my gaming is handheld these days.
Yes.
Even PS5, I stream to my Steam Deck.
Yep.
My PC, I stream to my Steam Deck. I play a lot on Switch. It's just tough. There are some games I can play in front of my children while they're doing other things in the room. There's a lot of games I can't really do that with, but and I play it at work. It's just, you get it done,
Yeah.
I play short games in between to like.
Right. I played a good amount of. I did
those numbers.
The Yakuza 0 like mini games or whatever. I played a good amount of those while I was working, because it's basically just you press A and you wait 20 minutes and you press A of some more and you wait 20 minutes to press A. So like, you find ways.
You find time.
You find time.
But
yeah,
speaking of finding time.
Also, the true answer is you get a lot less sleep and you get used to it.
Yeah.
Which I am adjusted to like way less sleep than I used to be, and I've just decided that that's not what I'm okay with. It's like if I get 6 hours, 6.5 hours on a good night, but on like when Monster Hunter came out and when Silksong came out, it's like, I can tank like 5.5 hours, no problem. I can go to work for 10 hours and it's like nothing. You just get used to it. I don't know. Probably slowly killing me. But,
Do you drink coffee?
I have like I drink very little. I mean, I've been cutting back.
Yeah,
I drink. I'll get like a smaller Red Bull and drink about half of it,
I see.
and that's all the caffeine really I drink in the morning.
Yeah, I don't drink any caffeine, and it does mean that I will be sleepy sometimes, like
Damn.
falling
See,
asleep at my desk.
But
while
like,
I'm trying to work.
have you done the other thing that I've been doing is I do like a 20-minute power nap after work,
Mm.
and that's like I'm good for the rest of the.
Man,
Yeah,
I have discovered
I've had a couple of those.
as someone who doesn't have children, I have discovered, and like I drink coffee, but like when I start to get tired, it's over. Like the moment tired, like I can't play games anymore. It's over.
Well, you're
I think
probably
I-
playing boring games.
No,
I mean-
like playing Silksong. Like I got tired at 9 o'clock the other night. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going
Oh
to bed.
no! I mean,
That's a
Silksong
while.
keeps me awake.
Yeah,
There-
I get
but there are-
addicted
but
to
there-
Silksong.
But there are games where I'll be like playing and I'll be like kind of dozing off while playing it. But they're games that I love, you know.
I do.
It depends
also
on the
work-
game, right? Like
Yeah.
the way they engage. Like I could be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and start nodding off because of like the pacing of that game.
Yeah.
But then I'll like play some Slay the Spire on my phone and I'll be like wired and I have to stop myself or I'm gonna not go to sleep. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I know it probably doesn't need to be said, but between Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Clair Obscure, and Hollow Knight, it's been a good fucking year. So
It has
far.
been a great fucking
And,
year.
and like it's this a good
And it
year
ain't
is
over.
not over.
I
There
know.
are some
I know.
bangers
Yeah.
coming out.
I mean, I'm excited for Ghost. You know, I'm excited for Hades 2.
82 for me it's Tactics, it's Lumines, it's Ninja Gaiden 4. There's for me
Yeah,
some
I want to play
games.
Tactics.
While
I think
we're rattling them off,
and can I say like to the Pipistrello dabblers, give that game another chance. That game gets
I
gets
love that.
really great.
I was loving that game. I think I've only played it for like 2-3 hours, something like that. But you know, I was in it, and then Hollow Knight came out. You know,
Some of their best stuff, the most creative shit happens in the back end. I think the first couple areas are actually kind of lame compared to later in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I did
it is
start
funny.
that
Like
game.
you do kind of like weirdly, you feel very different about time once you're a parent, like especially free time, where you're like you value it so much more. And you know, I played like 150 hours of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 somehow, and looking back, I'm like, man, I could have played all these other games basically instead of like it would
But
have been.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is
No.
so fucking.
No, don't get me
good.
wrong. I could have done maybe less side quests in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You know,
But those are amazing. Like those
Yeah,
side
no.
quests, man. Like some of the best side quests in gaming.
I am very excited to talk about some like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 at the end of the year.
Which
Obviously,
I'm still playing through.
Dude,
It's been
I am
though.
so
yeah.
so excited to be talking about Hollow Knight Silksong tonight, but I find it even now after playing about 20 hours or so of that game, I think it's going to be very hard for Silksong to overcome Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for me this year. Like that's how much I loved that fucking game.
I
But
don't think
we'll see.
I mean, I've only played. I mean, we can get into the Silksong of it all, but I've played like I'm in Act 2. I think I'm maybe a third of the way through Act 2, just based off of a
Do we
random
know
guess.
how many acts there are? Or 3?
3, as far as I'm aware.
And I think 3 is
Um,
probably not as significant as the first 2. Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Also, you can do a lot of the content in the act that you want. Like
Right.
there
Yeah.
are areas accessible in Act 1 that most people probably don't do till Act 2. But,
And
yeah.
I was like, I saw someone in the Silksong channel say they got into the area of Act 2 like early or without fighting
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
quote unquote
can.
last boss of Act
You
1.
can, yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna like reverse engineer that and try to find where the entrance is. I think
Dude,
I know where it
hear
is now.
One of the best boss fights in the game is in that route.
Yeah. So
I can give you a hint, but
I think I know where it is. I think I know where it is.
I think we're just talking about
Just based-
Silksong now. So
we are
No,
talking about
we're-
Silksong.
we're in
Are we
it,
not-
we're in
let's
it.
you're
roll
not
that.
watching
Let's
footage?
roll that sweet footage that I had.
Whose
that I got of
footage
you.
is it?
It's
So
me. It's me.
So I don't
We
want to
judge Nick
measure.
now.
I don't want to measure our Hollow Knight dicks. but I have played Hollow Knight through to completion about 5 times, I think.
Oh, that's certainly more. I don't replay games often.
Okay, I have only played Hollow Knight to completion once, but I did beat the Radiance. Does that count for anything?
Well,
Yes, of course.
Got the true ending. Yeah.
I mean, you beat the game. You played the game.
I know.
Right?
I'm just saying. I think there's a lot of people who like played Hollow Knight, but they're like they hit the Radiance. They were like, no, fuck this.
So I don't know. I'd have to go look at my Switch because that's where I played most of it on. But
what if every other boss was a Radiance?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it kind of feels like. But yeah, I mean, I played Hollow Knight 1 in Steel Soul, where if you die, your
oh my god,
your save is lost.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Why would you do that?
Wait, and you beat it?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. You're like a Hollow Knight pro.
I love. I mean, it's in the top 10 games of all time for me. I mean, I think I put it at number 4 or something like that.
It's probably in my top 10 as well, but
it's up there for me
once
too.
was fine. Playing it once was enough to get it there.
I mean, it is.
You didn't have to do it.
Well, okay. So what actually happened was a couple years ago, me and my friends did like a little competition where we'd all play Hollow Knight, and based on how far we got by the end of the weekend, we would like win points or whatever. And so
cool.
like when that happened, my friend decided to play it on Steel Soul. And so I was like, well, I want to play it on Steel Soul now. So that it kind of became like a thing within my friend group is kind of what happened. But yeah, this game is fucking fantastic.
I think it's incredible.
It is amazing from the get-go. You go right at the beginning or go left at the beginning instead of right, which is like breaking the first rule of Metroidvanias, right?
I mean,
I'm kidding.
Famously, you do go left in Metroid to get the morph ball.
So I mean, like the entire progression that you do in this game through the different areas is, I think, better than Hollow Knight in terms of kind of not just like, you have the kind of wish system or the story system that kind of guides you through a little bit better, which is excellent, obviously. But the traversal feels really good in this game. The combat, the combat and the tools that you have feel incredible. I really miss Shadow Dash or Shadow Cloak from the first game, which it's funny if you don't remember, Shadow Dash allowed you to dash through enemies without taking damage, and you
Not
get
the
it
case
so
here.
you get it like midway through the game, and you get so used to it by the time you beat that game that you forget that you had it. Or you forget you never had it at one point.
You
before,
forget
right?
that it's an item and not something that's just part of the way the game is built.
Yes, exactly. So like when I was replaying Hollow Knight, I kept dashing through enemies and getting damaged and being like,
you're like, what is this?
Like
shit?
my brain wasn't working. And of course, in this game, that prepared me enough for this game where you can't dash through enemies at all.
But let me tell you, as someone who just played Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and Shinobi, where you dash through enemies, it fucked me up.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, no, I mean, this game, it's incredible. The platforming is still as precise as ever. You being able to dash around and sprint around in comparison to how the knight moved around in the first game. Yeah, it's great. I mean, what else?
I will tell you this.
What crest have you been using?
Wait,
I
quick.
mostly
just as far as mobility goes, like talking about how fluid it is and how fast paced it is, I completely agree. But like luckily it doesn't last as long, I think, as it did in the first one. I could be wrong, but like the opening hour or so before you get the dash ability in this game,
move slowly,
is so painful.
Well, Hollow Knight's like that as well. Like Hollow Knight starts very slow.
But you get the dash in Hollow Knight. That's the first ability you unlock is the dash.
I just remember playing
it right after you fight the first boss.
I feel like my experience, like my first time experience playing Hollow Knight, was still like a while before I got some of that mobility that I really wanted. Maybe it was the air dash that I felt like I was taking too long.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, the double jump you get way late in comparison. You unlock the dash very early, but the double jump comes late. And
you get it late here. Well, have you gotten the double jump yet, Ed?
No, not the double jump.
Okay.
I think. Okay. Yeah. So what
the area where you get the double jump is fucked.
Yeah. So I mean, I do think that the way they give out the abilities in this game has been good so far. The pace of that. Yeah, I don't know. Brad, you asked me. You're about to ask me what crest I use.
So one of the big differences is
Oh yeah,
And well, I think not only one of the very great things about Hollow Knight, and it was a system that you started to see like all over indie games and Metroidvanias
right.
and Souls likes afterwards was the
Gems, or whatever they're called.
gems, medallions, crests. I can't remember, but it was
Yeah.
like you unlock slots for the different crests that take up a certain amount of space, right? And you're
Yeah.
kind of crafting your build for the night based on how much space you have for the different crests that you want, and like getting an extra slot felt like amazing, right? Because now you can do a different combination that you weren't using before. Now you have these crests, which if you're not far enough, you probably don't even realize, but your move sets.
I have 3 of them right now.
Like so you would get like these medallions, crests, or whatever in the first game. What were they called? What the fuck were they called, Ed? The talismans, the equipable fucking talismans. You could get a lot of different types of crests that would make the knight play kind of differently, like maybe extend the range, or like charms.
Thank you.
That would change the way you'd play in like pretty key ways. But now they're tied to these crests, which are kind of like full on moveset changes that you equip different.
They change
charms.
your pogo.
Yeah, well, they'll change your pogo, which is the significant one, right? Because the big thing about
but they also
Hornet
change
is she has a diagonal pogo, right? They change more than just that.
Your attack range too. Like some of them are really short but fast attacks. But yeah, I found that I get the most.
It's more limiting, but I think that they're doing it for a reason,
right?
Like they're.
I mean, they want you to
play
use
styles.
tools a lot more, right?
Yes.
Like you have most crests have 2 slots for tools, and then of course your spell. And in Hollow Knight, you really only had your spell, and then you had like an up spell and a down spell, and so the tools are kind of the replacement for those 2 things, but they're on a different economy than the spells are. So
which
you're
I think
really
is really smart.
And so you're like really expected to try and use those tools a lot more in Hollow Knight, and also you're expected to kind of stay a little bit more medium distance and not close in as much as you did with the Knight. So
because your hitbox, I mean, you're a bigger character than the Knight.
Yeah,
I think the reason I'm getting hit by so many more things in this game is because you're just larger. So you stay further away, and
there's a certain amount of muscle memory. I mean, whether you played it 1 time or 5 times, you still remember from combat in the first game where you're kind of like you are supposed to close in on your enemy and do a lot of attacks, wait for that opening so you can hit them a bunch of times. And in this game, it feels like you should work better at putting yourself in a position where your tools are doing a lot of damage. You know, and like I love the trap tool, where like if an enemy hits it, like spikes everywhere, like that's a great tool. I love the one that like gives you extra damage to your weapon, but like all of them are very compelling and some of the other like pin tools that you can throw, those do a lot of damage to the point where like if you're not using them, you're like at a disadvantage because you're trying to play it like the first Hollow Knight versus playing it like
that economy that Brad mentioned, just for clarification, because I think it is really interesting.
Controversial,
but but it's interesting because like for the first, so one of the big differences here is like, because it is a quote unquote like a Souls game, right? So like, what are the souls? They're the rosaries you're finding here predominantly. You're using the rosaries to buy things, and I was like, well, what are the point of the shards for the most part? Like,
I was confused.
I don't find there's not many shopkeepers that like sell you stuff for shards. And then you start to realize, as I'm using these tools in battle, some of them, every time you rest, they replenish by taking shards. Yes. So like, if you get stuck on a boss and you're like using a tool really, really heavily to try and inflict damage, and you die enough times, you eventually will run out of shards to refill your tool, and then you have to go grind for shards, which is interesting.
What you should do is I'm at a place right now where I have like 1,000 rosaries and nothing really to spend them on. And you go buy the shard packs with your rosaries in a spoiler place. I mean, there's one person that sells them down in the deep docks. But there's one that's closer to where I am now that I'm selling it, that I'm buying it from now. And so that way you have like, I think they have like 80 to 120 shards in them or whatever. And so you're kind of then trading your economies around. And I also have like one of the gems that I have, or charms that I have, allows me to keep half my rosaries when I die. And so that means basically when I'm exploring, and also actually just all the time, honestly.
I use the one that pulls the rosaries to me.
I've never used either one of those.
I haven't found that to be particularly compelling for me.
Oh man, I've lost so many rosaries, and I just started wearing it all the time while I'm exploring, and I never lose rosaries anymore.
Yeah, I guess I'm at a point now where I feel like I'm being flooded with rosaries just because you get to a certain point. So it's like the rosaries are the human enemies or whatever, like human looking enemies, and then the kind of more bug like are the drop the shards.
The shards.
And so you definitely get to a point in the game where you're fighting a lot of those human enemies. And so you just start like getting flooded with rosaries.
Gotcha. Right now it's a struggle. Like I'm trying to save up to buy like one of those.
I always have the charm equipped. I always have the charm equipped that gives me more shards from kills, because I always want a lot of shards because I don't like getting stuck on a boss for an hour or two. So to me, always having a lot of shards, like I want to be able to burst down a boss once I get their pattern down, and then I get to like the last wave where they're going the most ape shit, and then I just like to spam all my shards. Yeah. And then I fail, and then I'm like, oh, I got to need these shards again. I also started using the Architect Crest, which have you unlocked that one yet? No. Okay, so there's a crest that gives you by default 3 tool slots, and you have your normal. I mean, are these spoilers? I don't know. These are just mechanics. There's so much cool little things in this game, story and otherwise, that like
it's a very mechanically deep.
Too much about that. But the Architect Crest, you can you press the button to heal, like your normal button to heal. But if you hold up in that button, instead of healing, you restock your tools. Instead of doing it at a bench, you can do it mid combat.
Wow. That's awesome.
It costs shards. It costs the shards, but you don't have to be at a bench. So you can use shard packs.
That's so sick.
You have to use shard packs at the menu, but if you have a bunch of hoarded, then
that's why this game took forever to make, guys, is because they had so many ideas and they just fucking did them all.
So can I say, like, the more I played this game, and the way I play these games is probably not like if I told you how many hours I put into this game, that's probably what most people are going to be done with the game at. It's a lot. I've been playing this game a lot. And I told Malia, it was the same thing when Monster Hunter came out, and like she kind of understood, but like we don't really like watch a lot of TV or movies.
She kind of understood.
She crochets and hangs out while I play games, and she likes it that way. Well, we watch other stuff in the background and stuff too, but she knew, whatever. She crocheted me a Hornet. She gets it. I love Hollow Knight. I've been playing a lot.
Yeah.
And I will say, after playing 50 plus hours, that I am surprised that I keep finding new areas, and I'm still in Act 2, and I keep finding new areas, and it's blowing my mind. This game is massive. You can probably get through this game without experiencing like half of it.
The exploration is so good. It's just so good.
You told me that someone took 6 years to make this game, and I completely get it.
It took 3 people. 3 people 6 years.
3 people 6 years.
It's crazy.
Of course.
If anything, it should have taken them 15 years. But they're just
I'm impressed. I'm impressed by how much is here.
Yeah. Okay. Can I get something off my chest here before we go too far?
Bring us all down a notch, Nick.
He's bad at it. We're all bad at it. We're all bad at it. This game is extremely difficult.
Okay.
Extremely.
Look. I love this game. I am on board with every fucking thing you've said, and it will undoubtedly end up in my top 10. But there is an elephant in the room here, and that is it is noticeably more difficult than the original. And I say that as someone, and I'm not, this is not me trying to like, I'm not claiming to be like the best gamer in the world, right? But I have
You play hard
I have.
games. Y'all both finished 9.
I played a lot of
right?
hard games. I've played all the Souls games. I beat Elden Ring. I beat Sekiro. I beat the fucking Radiance in the first Hollow Knight.
This
Like,
is the hardest
I'm
game I've
into it.
played since Sekiro. Actually.
This is maybe one of the hardest games I've ever played. Like, I'm being totally honest when I say that. And I say, and it's almost to the point where, like, sometimes I ask myself, like, first of all, there's not many games anymore these days that make me verbally, even when I'm alone, verbally go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And my wife has to keep going, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yes, everything's fine."
My
I've
in-laws were
been
here. My in-laws were
punching
here
the
this
couch
weekend.
a lot. Oh no!
My in-laws were here this
no.
weekend, and so like I kept dying to the last boss of Act 1, and I
so
was
scared.
just like, I just kept going like shit every time I die, and my wife just kept looking at me like, listen, this is involuntary. This is just what Hollow Knight does to people.
Yeah,
you know?
it is all involuntary, but like at the same
Hollow Knight
time,
was a
there have
difficult
been
game.
times when I'm playing this game where I stop for a second and I think to myself, is what I'm experiencing right now fun? I don't know if the answer is yes. And as soon as I get through that
Interesting.
part,
Sure.
I immediately feel better.
So to me, the difficulty is real. The traversal difficulty, I think, is a notch up for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
They
right?
added more
Like,
flying enemies too, I think, like with
Yes,
projectiles and shit.
which is part of like the whole like you shouldn't be playing this like Hollow Knight thing, right?
Yeah.
You should be using your tools more to fight enemies, especially the flying enemies. But also
only the
there's a
flying. I
lot-
mean, once you get the attacks that you can throw on the ground enemies are like not even a problem in this game.
yeah, the
I just got those.
the traversal.
Actually, in this footage, I got those. In this footage,
The things that you land on, they can do damage to you. And they just patched some of these. Sometimes do 2 massive damage, and I think that is like overly punishing, which is why they patched it out. There's an area, the run from the bench to the last boss of Act 1 has gotten like trashed across the entire internet because there's an area there that deals 2 massive damage, but they patched that particular area to do only 1 massive damage, which is great. Like I'm glad that they're willing to kind of take the things that are like I
rein
don't
it in
like
just
this
a little bit.
I don't like this aspect of the game because it's difficult, but not for the right reasons, kind of stuff. And I'm glad they're willing to kind of make some compromises there.
Oh,
Can I
now
say that
point,
none of the boss runs for me have been like, once you get them down, none of them are longer than like a minute.
But look,
No, yeah,
here,
for sure.
believe it or not, bosses have not been my big problem in this game.
Really,
The things that have constantly fucked me, that I've been stuck on the most,
you went to
are
Hunter's
like
March.
when I enter a random room and it's like one of those just like here's like 4 waves of enemies.
An enemy rush, sure, yeah.
That
And
gets
there's
easier
But
with
there's
tools.
so many of those, and I shit you not, I spent an hour and a half last night trying to do one of those rooms to get one fucking shard to like increase my health, and that was the last one. The only reason I was like so hell bent on doing it was because I had 3 already, and I had not upgraded my
How
health
good
once,
did that
and I
feel?
was
Though?
like,
How good
I
did
was
that
like,
feel though when you got that mask?
dude, I was in bed screaming at my Steam Deck.
Which room was it?
Yeah, where were you?
His bedroom.
I think I was. No.
Good one.
I think it was in the deep docks. Maybe no.
Okay.
No.
I love that this game.
What's the place with all the ants?
Hunter's
yeah.
March. Yeah,
You were in
that's what
Hunter's March.
Brad-
That,
Okay,
that is
I know
an area.
exactly
So-
what area you're talking
So
about.
here, no. Listen. What I love about this game is that it has stuff in it. Like it's not completely smooth and balanced for the player to just experience and get through easily. It has areas that you should not be fucking with right now. And the Hunter's March is an early game trap that a lot of people fell for. And like it's your fucking fault.
I've cleared it though.
No, I know. But like the thing
No, probably not.
that there's a non-boss enemy that is blocking that area who if you walk into that room, he will fuck you up so fucking faster than any enemy in that game. He is not a boss.
No.
Like the big club dude, right? He's blocking that area.
Yeah.
That's Team Cherry going, you're not ready for this.
Don't.
Or like there are areas that are a lot harder than others. And I saw that. I fought that guy a little bit. And I learned this back in the day with like Souls games. And ever since then, I play all the Souls games and I love them. But I learned early on, don't be stubborn.
See, that's my problem. I can't.
Just come back.
I can't.
Just come back.
I spent 2 hours on him and I beat him and I fucking did it and I moved on.
But that wasn't even a boss. Like
I know.
There's another one. Well, I don't want to get into too much details, but I love that because I like there being areas that I'm afraid to go to that I'm saying, you know what, not right now. And once I did that with this area. I did that area kind of like right before I finished Act 1, and it felt more like appropriate for where I was.
You know why?
And like I explored and I did quests and I got upgrades and I got new tools. And when I went back, like it was still challenging, but not the pain point that I think it was for a lot of other people early game.
Here's my problem, and here's why I was being stubborn, especially in that instance, was because at that point I had hit like one of those times where it's like I feel like I've explored. I was like, at this point, I don't know how to progress. Like, I don't know how to progress the game. I'm trying to just find somewhere new, and I kept coming back to that room. And I was like, this is the only place that I see that I know there's a path forward here. I think I just got to do this because I think whatever I'm looking for, I've hit it like 4 times.
To me, there's always so many places for me to go. I find it overwhelming.
I finally today stumbled across the door. I think that leads out of Act 1 with the 5 bells or thing.
That is the end of
Act
Act
1.
1.
Yeah, and it said there was one bell that hadn't been rung, and then the dude tells you where all the bells are, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
And I assume
if I had known
that bell you hadn't rung was above.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Also, this area you're in right now, like borderline Act 2 area,
right?
Honestly.
And absolute insanity. This fucking room this fucking place is the bane of my existence. I hate it. I hate it, but I love it. I love this. Yeah.
I got to Bile Water.
The Sinner's Road or whatever.
Sinner's Road. Yeah.
I was doing Bile Water before I got to Act 2. Have y'all found Bile Water at all? There is like a main entrance to that area. I found a secret back entrance, and holy shit, I should not have gone there. Like it made this area seem quaint.
Wonderful. I can't wait.
And let me tell you, I found like the normal way into that area, and it was hilarious. Like the way they introduced the area and then the title card for the area, and I'm like, oh fuck you. Like these dudes clearly love Souls games, and BioWater is like a great example of that, I think. But
is it the swamp?
It's funny. Like there's like
this game.
This game is like weirdly brutal at times. I mean, obviously with the gameplay, but also like the oppressive like atmosphere and story, and like some of these characters are
I love it
just going through it, right? But then there's like moments of like levity that are just really funny or cute. I mean, they're just some of these characters are really cute.
The writing's incredible.
It's so good, and Hornet is so good. And you get
I found the spider that wants to be your slave. Did you find her yet?
Did you get an instrument? When do you get an instrument at some point?
I have not received an instrument.
I'm trying to remember.
No, you have to have.
You have to have gotten it at some point.
Yeah.
Me?
You can play that.
You have to do it to talk to the guy to get the bell, or maybe it's after the bells. Yeah, after you ring all the bells, then.
Okay. Yeah, so I haven't gotten it yet.
Sorry.
It's an instrument that you can just kind of play whenever you want, and NPCs will react to it and like sing along and stuff, and it's like pretty great.
That's my jam.
But man, there was one side quest I did in Act 2, and it was like, you know, it was kind of rough. But I rescued an NPC, and I played the music for her, and I'm like, it was like so sad, and she was kind of like cracking as she was singing. And I was like, man, like there's so many good little moments like that. I have not played Hollow Knight since 2017, where I got the true ending. It was my game of the year. I don't really replay games. I can't remember. Love Hollow Knight. I can't remember if Hollow Knight had this many amazing little moments. Like moments of like when you went back to the fucking bone bottom and like, holy shit, what's going on? I mean, how much have you been exploring? Have you been back to Act 1 area since you got into Act 2, Ed?
Yes. Wait,
Okay,
so
okay.
are you talking about the funeral?
Well,
Okay,
no, I
now
wasn't
we're-
talking about that.
careful.
But like the moment
Okay,
that led
no.
up to the funeral, holy shit.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
The-
there's so many surprises like that.
I mean, the funeral was beautiful, and
Yeah.
I almost fucked up because I fell down the hole. And
Oh,
if you
no.
leave that, when they're doing it, if you leave the zone, it locks you out of the. You don't get to see it.
So this is a
basically.
PSA. This is a PSA right now.
Yes.
Don't
fall
leave
down the
area.
hole. Also, don't break the bridge, which I don't. I paid to prepare the bridge, and then I broke it immediately. But yes, so I had to like hard exit out of the game, so it brought me back to the bench, so I could actually see the funeral. But the funeral was I mean it's just one of those moments, right? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think you're right, Brad. You're right that Hollow Knight had moments of like introspection, brevity, all that stuff, but not nearly as much as this. I remember the one in Hollow Knight where you like go to the Blue Lake, and the guy like is dead, or like you see his like his sword there, and you're like, oh wow, he finally found peace or whatever, and like that kind of stuff was there. It was kind of like understated in a way. But this, like, you know, people like the Dark Souls way of telling stories where it's all kind of like in the item descriptions or whatever. But this is like allow the brevity and the writing come out, I think, better in this game because of the way that they present the story, and not just the story, but just moments, right?
It's so good. When I'm playing this, I'm like, it feels unfair to other video games. I've been playing some great video games this year, but I'm like, it feels like it's in a class of its own. And I'm like, oh, this is why I love Hollow Knight. This is why the world loves Hollow Knight. This shit is so.
Yeah.
When a cutscene
so
starts
good.
in this game, which are few and far between, but like when a cutscene starts, I always get super giddy because I'm like, oh my god, these just like the
cutscenes are good, yeah.
atmosphere and the way like the mood is set through the audio and stuff, like it's just so special. It's so fucking good.
So Nick, you were saying that you don't think that this game will usurp Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I'm just saying I think it's going to be that's the one to
it's going to be a hard
beat.
It's going to be a hard fight, right?
Yeah.
You got to play more of this game too, though.
I mean, I have played 20 hours of it. I'm
you're going to play 75 before you finish it.
Yeah,
then.
I think I think that's a fine stance to take. I think like for me, from almost the beginning, I was like just giddy and loving every moment and every step I took. Even when I'm like getting super frustrated at fighting a boss or whatever, I'm still like, you know, every new zone that unlocks, every new like area on the map that I see, there's a little area for you to walk through that I haven't explored yet. I'm just like having so much fun with this game, and this is coming from someone who played 150 hours of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where like that's probably, at least right now, since I haven't finished Expedition, that'll probably be my number 2 game of the year. But this is already number 1, and it's like
gonna be a close race.
It's a class above. It's a class above for sure. I
say Hornet is like also an amazing character. Like the Knight was just nothing, right? Just a husk. It was cool. A lot of the great characters were the NPCs in that world, right?
But now Hornet's an actual character.
And those reoccurring moments of when you're running into them. And Hornet was one of them, right? But like Hornet is a great fucking character. And I love every time she opens her mouth, I'm just like, yes, queen. Like
there's moments where she's sassy, but there's also moments where she like deeply cares about the characters of the game at the same time. And
I forgot who it was. There was a character who wanted to call her something else. He's like, can I? It was like one of those like almost borderline misogynistic, like, hey baby girl or whatever. Like, and he was like, can I call you that? And she was like, no, you can call me by my name or nothing else. And or not at all. And I was like,
the writing is so good, and you have to go into the bestiary because she writes about all of the enemies, and that stuff is so good too.
In the first game, when you like fight a bunch of enemies, you get the like unlocked
I didn't remember
extra
that,
thing.
Actually.
So in the first game, you got that, but it wasn't the Knight writing it. It was the Beast guy that you got the journal from. In this game, it's Hornet that writes the details about like what it is after you unlock or after you kill enemies a certain number of times.
So it's like from her perspective.
Yeah,
It's
It's
like
so
her
her
she writes
personality
little
it's
comes
her
through.
writing,
entries.
it's her personality, exactly, and it is
Ooh,
it
they
is
pull a little.
funny. It is
They pull a
funny.
little
It is
Arthur
good.
Morgan.
Yes, I mean, like, yeah,
That-
it's good. This game is great. I like.
It's,
I have.
it's,
I,
I think
I
it's
have.
legitimately incredible. I am mad that it's like at a 92 on OpenCritic, and I think a lot of it has to
Me
do with
too.
difficulty.
It's a difficulty, yeah, for sure.
and
right?
like people, soft ass video game critics or whatever the fuck is.
Well,
I just
I-
like
I'm telling you, I
this-
think people are playing it like they think they need to play it like Hollow Knight, and
Yeah.
that's a problem for people. They like if this game came out before Hollow Knight, then people would probably say the same thing about Hollow Knight, though, like just in reverse, right? Like
Yeah.
they people are just, I mean, I guess playing it wrong is kind of maybe a
No,
strong thing to say.
it is
but-
a hard game and it's certainly harder. But
I will say
think-
this.
I think that's helping the narrative of this game so much. It's helping it stand
It's-
out. It's adding that extra spice that it needed to stand out from Hollow Knight. And it's going to turn off
Right.
some gamers, but I think it's going to be a much more memorable one for it. Because I never remember the boss that I beat first or second try. But I am going to remember all of these fucking bosses because they're all fucking assholes.
It
There's
is
some bit
also very
amazing uses
early. It is very early as far as reviews go because there's still only like 35 reviews. When this is all said and done, it'll have like 150, 200 reviews.
Right.
So like the people that are, I would say the people that are probably going to score it higher.
I do think
are probably
this
the
is a
people who are
rare.
still
This is
playing
a
it.
rare, like, kind of. There's going to be a little bit of a like this, a reverse bell shape, right? Because people that are really like that don't feel like they have to rush to meet a deadline or anything like that are going to be able to like focus on the game.
Dude,
and,
I can't even
play through it
imagine.
and enjoy it.
There's
yeah.
so much optional stuff. And like some of those boss walls probably get easier the more you explore. And take your
Yeah,
time
I
with
was
the
just going to
game.
say the same thing. Like, I can't imagine fighting the last boss of Act 1 without the tools that I was using in that moment, because it made it easier for me to focus on dodging around and not getting hit by things versus like dealing damage straight up close.
So many little moments.
one thing
I want to have like a spoiler talk about this game because there are little things in the world. There is a boss that I got to, and it was a very fanciful boss. I'll say that. And I get into that boss room, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not fucking with this right now. I put a little stamp on it, and
I know what
I
you're talking
left.
about.
And when I was exploring the area, me not killing that boss, or like that boss being alive after having introduced the boss, changed the world kind of around that boss in a really, really funny, clever way that I was not expecting. I went
you
into this room
talking-
and I'm like, what the
Are you
fuck
talking
was
about the
going?
dancers?
No,
Or a
I'm not
different
talking about the
room?
dancers.
Okay.
This was another performer of sorts.
Got it.
And
Okay.
I was exploring like nearby rooms and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, holy shit, that's that boss that I triggered that I did not kill.
Oh,
It was a really cool thing. But like if you just
Oh,
if you
the
just
guy-
fought that boss over and over and over till you beat it, you would have never experienced that.
The
I
one
don't
on the
think.
stage?
Yes.
Oh, so I didn't experience that. 'cause
I
just fought the boss.
left and I was exploring the nearby area and I was like, what is
What?
going on? And I'm like, holy shit, that's the boss. In like 2 rooms over or whatever. It's
Oh.
okay.
like,
Real quick.
moments like that.
To kind of a similar aside, but like there's a notice. I spent like probably way too long because when I got to Greymore, I stumbled across the boss in Greymore, and I was like, nope, fuck this, not doing this right now, and I left.
Oh yeah.
And then I went and did a bunch of stuff.
Pogo, bitch.
I
That boss
went
is so easy if you get your pogo down.
I went and did a bunch of stuff. And then later I was like, well, I guess I'm running out of things to do. I should probably go fight that boss. And I spent like an hour. I was like, Greymore is not that big. I was looking everywhere. I could not find the boss. I was like, I've stumbled across it before. I've gone in circles all over this fuck place. The boss isn't here anymore. And then I realized I had moved the flea caravan and they literally move in and push the boss out. So the boss is not there.
So many good
So I
moments
never
with
fought the
Fleet
boss.
Wow.
Caravan as well.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I think I'll probably fight him some other point later, I guess, maybe. But
there
like,
are definitely some reoccurring bosses.
I was
in this
just-
game.
I was just-
Some
somebody
that
had to
you're
tell-
going to be very sad that they're back.
yeah, Chai Tai was. I went in there. I was like, guys, am I crazy? And Chai Tai was like, wait a second. did you move the flea caravan? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's where the boss was. He was like, you basically pushed him out of the area through gentrification. I was
You
like,
pushed
what
him
the
out of his
fuck?
natural habitat.
But did
Yeah.
so Ed, you fought that boss?
The one in
The
Greymore?
Moorwing?
Yeah.
Did you fight it with the NPC?
I did once. I died, and then I didn't after that.
No, for me, he came back every single time in that fight.
You didn't have to
Not
go
for
talk
me.
to him over and over again?
No, I just talked to him one time and he joined every single time. Weird.
By the
Not for
way,
me.
I kept talking to that guy. I was like, dude, I'm looking for him. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find him. And I kept talking to him. He's like, I'll help you. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I can't find this dude. And this guy's trying to help me out. And
I hope you didn't soft lock yourself out of his quest line or whatever. Also,
I
he
think the
showed up
best
later.
thing that they took from Souls games, and it's like, I think it's a controversial part of Souls games because people get frustrated. They just want it to be a checklist, easy to get done, right? But like NPCs appearing in other parts of the world as you explore is so fucking good. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it here. I love it in the Souls games.
It makes the world feel like it's changing.
Yes.
I
yes,
saw
and
that guy again up in the Citadel, and he appeared for like a screen, and then I died, and then I couldn't find him again. But it's fine.
I've encountered him a bunch.
I'm sure.
I'll
see him around.
It feels like because you're going on this pilgrimage of sorts, or a lot of these characters are, and they're moving up towards the Citadel, and as you see like NPCs and stuff do that, like it's very, very cool. I love it. I mean, there's so much I didn't get into, like the way you start to or they demand rosaries out of you when you get to the Citadel and stuff is just. It's funny and brutal, but so clever.
The capitalism tricks or whatever.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm super excited to get to Act 2. Before we move on, I just wanted to make sure, because we kind of glazed over one of the major mechanic of this game, which is the pogo thing. I mean, we talked about the crest system, but like,
why are you using diagonal pogo right now?
I like diagonal pogo a lot.
I love it.
That is my favorite crest. I've got 3 crests and I'm still using the first one. Yeah.
You got
Reaper. I used one. I think it's Wanderer. Is that the one that after you heal, you can like hit the enemies?
No, that's Reaper. That's Reaper.
Okay.
Nick, you didn't get the Reaper crest, did you?
No, not yet.
Okay. I think once you get that, you'll be wanting to use
Probably. I mean, I'm fully anticipating
You got the Beast crest, didn't you? Beast crest blows.
I don't remember the
Beast
name
crest
of the
would be good if you could heal
do.
more than the 3 mass that you normally can, right? Like I feel like that would be better.
I just wanted to because the pogo mechanic, if you will, is makes this game so much more.
I mean, it's great for sequence breaking, right? Like it was in the first game too. I definitely got into parts early because I was I would retry pogo. And in this game, in the first game, whenever you were like pogo enemies and you'd kill them, you'd have to go back to the bench to respawn them. In this game, the ones that are like to help you sequence break or whatever will just spawn if you go out of the area and back in. So they have it in mind that people are going to want to try to sequence break, and they'll make it easier for you.
And God, I had a thought. Because the pogo mechanic feels more prominent in this game. And I think that's I feel like more of the world is built around using pogo in platforming and stuff.
I mean, it's definitely a thing you did a lot in Hollow Knight, but like you could play a large portion of that game without even worrying about pogoing.
Yeah,
right.
It feels more prominent, I guess, here.
I mean, like other than the Path of Pain in Hollow Knight, there was like a couple areas where you do it maybe, but for the most part, you could get around and traverse into areas and find most of the secrets without pogoing.
It was harder. It was harder to pogo in the first game because your range was shorter, and you didn't pop up as high.
Yeah.
But in this game,
this game is designed around it. The traversal is designed around it for sure.
Exactly.
And especially this area that you're in right now, Nick.
I think the sprint is so good.
The sprint is so good, and
did you get the faster sprint? You get
not yet
a tool that makes, or not a tool, a yellow,
one of
a charm
that makes your run even faster, and it's so much faster. It's so good,
dude.
So good.
That's crazy. But I just want to shout out to the cloak thing because interspersing the floating thing. One, it's adorable. because she just like floats out, and you just see her little legs just dangling there. She's like
It
floating
is
down like an umbrella. It's so
like as soon
so
as you
cute.
see the updrafts in the
Yeah.
game, you know exactly what's gonna happen because
Yeah.
I saw the updraft and I was like, oh, she wears a dress. Of course, that's what's gonna happen. Of
Yeah.
course.
Hey, Ed, have
Oh,
you done the
no.
slab yet?
I did the slab.
Oh wait, you did the slab, the Dark Souls 2 way. Or
Where you get captured.
yes.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't done that yet.
Have you gotten captured? Have you run into an enemy that can capture you, Ed?
I don't know. I have not been captured, so
It sounds like that's a no. I
If
did
you
get
see an
captured.
enemy that it looks like it's trying to capture you, get captured.
okay.
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 I mean, I know that's a spoiler, but I don't think anyone should not. It would be a crime if someone didn't experience what happens if you get captured.
Am I too good at this game where I never?
Yes.
No, because I killed the first one that I saw, but then I just sort of like had a
Me,
hunch.
me.
I had a hunch.
I didn't. I got my ass kicked, and then I got captured.
Nice. Yeah.
So you are okay.
We should probably move on.
Yeah.
We should.
Wait, Brad, let me ask you this. Did
Yeah.
you unlock the permanent charm slot?
2 of them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more than one.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. So I learned something. That NPC, it's based on how many slots you've unlocked across different crests.
Okay, sure.
Before that NPC will unlock more things for you.
Right.
So if you're hoarding your memory lockets, which I get, because you might come across a new crest and really want to use it, and if you have no memory lockets, that sucks, right? I'm not saying go use them on a beast crest, but let me tell you, the extra yellow slot is amazing.
Yeah.
Having an extra blue slot as well is game changing.
It is a little annoying that I know why they did it, but the compass being like in the first game, like it was one slot charm, and you could
it feels like an unequipable charm. The moment I unequip it, I'm like, fuck, where am I?
Yeah, but that's fine, right? That's fine. So you unequip it when you're stuck on a boss, right?
Yeah, totally.
You need it for exploration. You don't need it otherwise. But if you're also backtracking through areas you've gone a million times before, just doing side quests and stuff, where you're following like the stink lines or whatever, hunter site, whatever the fuck, you don't really need. I mean, those areas pretty well, but
yeah,
it's
true. Yeah. I mean, I need to get better. I need to get better at changing out my charms and stuff like that as I
oh really
as
you're
I,
kind of
as I play. I mean,
I'm always experimenting. This is how I rack up a bunch of hours. I will like just try out everything over and over and over again just to kind of see what it all does and like what do I like, and I definitely have like tried and true stuff for like when the shit hits the fan, but like I've been using like crests that seemed really bad at first, but now that I've spent more time with them, I'm like, oh, I like this is actually way like faster and more damaging than like the Reaper crest or whatever. It's I don't know. I love this game. I love this game so much. It is the complete package. Everything I love about games, like from all aspects, from the look to the story to the characters to the music to the gameplay and the systems and the progression. Like this is a masterclass. I mean, I gave Hollow Knight in 2017, mind you. Like 2017 was not the peak hype for Hollow Knight.
I didn't play it until after that year. I played it in January 2018.
I was just looking at this when I was streaming. Yesterday, the day before, the Game Tracker website, the Game of the Year award tracker website, which tracks like hundreds and hundreds, like 500 outlets. We're even on there for different years. They tracked like what the site gave their Game of the Year, right? And for 2017. Breath of the Wild won like hundreds of those, right? And there was other big games that year. There was like Mario Odyssey. There was, 2017 was just fucking enormous. What's that? If you, I just
that was Horizon too, right?
Horizon won the second most awards, which in hindsight seems kind of crazy considering how crazy 2017 was, right?
Prey came out that year.
Right.
One outlet out of like
Nier Automata?
500 gave Game of the Year to Hollow Knight, which sounds fucking crazy. But 2017 was crazy. And Breath of the Wild did, okay, so out of 463 sites, Breath of the Wild won 57% of those. I mean, 57% of those outlets gave it to Breath of the Wild, 264. Then it was Zero Dawn with 69, Mario Odyssey 37. It goes down quick, right? That I think it speaks to the power of Breath of the Wild and how significant that was. Nier Automata, Persona 5, PUBG,
That was a
Assassin's
crazy
Creed Origins,
year.
Divinity Original Sin 2 got
Resident Evil 7 was that year.
Resident Evil
Xenoblade
7,
Chronicles 2.
Wolfenstein 2, Prey, Hellblade, Uncharted Lost Legacy, What Remains of Edith Finch, Yakuza 0. Hollow Knight had one, it wasn't even an English site, I don't think, one Game of the Year amongst 469 outlets. We were like 1 point away from giving it our Game of the Year.
Okay,
Which is crazy.
funny story about
it was
that.
Crazy.
Real quick aside about that. That's my fault.
I know.
Because
it's always your fault.
I dragged ass waiting to play it until late in the year, and when we did our Game of the Year stuff that
Me
year,
too.
I hadn't gotten far enough in the game. I don't even think I had the fucking Air Dash by the time. So I put it on my list because I was like, this is an amazing game. I'm just not very far yet. So I put it at like number 5.
I think
I did not put it on my list, Nick, because I was playing it in January. I was streaming it. This is when I was still streaming.
It's also famously the
list.
game that our community, it didn't make our community top 10 by the end of the year. This game came out in March. By the end of the year, it didn't make our community top 10. I bumped off PUBG, put on Hollow Knight on the spreadsheet, remember? And he made the fucking video, didn't realize. Embarrassing for our community, by the way. Anyways, my
Who's
2,
responsible
3,
for that bullshit?
my 2, 3, and 4 that year are 3 of my favorite games of all time. Breath of the Wild, Divinity Original Sin 2, Yakuza 0. Those are 3 of my favorite games of all time, and I have Hollow Knight at my number 1. So I'm just saying, like, I'm as blown away by Silksong as I was about Hollow Knight back then.
It's obviously going to be a very different story this year when Game of the Year time rolls around.
It's different.
Yeah.
This year is a crazy year for me. Like Blueprints is one of my I love Blueprints so fucking much.
Same here.
And I really love. Usually I get a little like not anti-hype, but sometimes when something is like overglazed, I start to like push back a little bit. But like
I didn't know that about you.
Expedition 33, it will win Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
Right.
Because it should.
But I'm there for it. I think it's deserving all of the glaze that it's been getting. I think that game. Incredible.
This game is going to get nominated. Like
it'll get nominated.
That Game of the Year category is going to be stacked between Hades.
It's going to be stacked, but it's
Expedition
33's year to win because
for
the vibes, the storyline for the industry for
Yeah.
that game is everyone was happy. It's also like the highest rated user reviewed game on Metacritic or something. Like everyone loves that game. No one's mad at it. It's loved deeply and it deserves it. It really does.
I am about to fight the second Axon in that game. And
so you're getting there, but you don't even know. Like there's some
I don't
shit
even
like,
know.
you don't
I don't even know. I'm aware that I don't even know, and I'm
Yeah.
very excited to become aware.
What a
good.
fucking year, guys! What a
I was
fucking
getting
year
away
for
from
video
it, and
games.
I started to like get these feelings, like, oh, maybe it was overhyped, and then I really started thinking about it. I'm like, no, that game is legit.
Do y'all remember when we did the draft? When Chris Davis was like, oh, 2025 is not going to be nearly as good as 2024 was.
Well, that does happen
I feel like
all
he
the
says
time.
that every
And I
single
try
year.
to call us out when we do that
I know.
because you always think, but it's like this every year. It's like this every fucking year. Except, let me tell you, did you know that in this is crazy. It's I'm on the wrong part of the website. Okay, first of all, in 2021, It Takes Two won the most Game of the Year awards.
Right.
That's crazy. It was a good year. But like Dragon Age Inquisition in 2014 still blows my mind. Because here's the top ones. Dragon Age Inquisition, Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor, which is cool. Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers, Far Cry
Kind of a
4,
weak year.
Bayonetta 2.
I
And
don't know.
like there's some interesting games here. And I looked, I'm like, well, what did we give our game of the year? Because we're on this website. We were one of 2 outlets that gave our game of the year to the Talos Principle. And you know what?
Yes.
I feel like we were in the right there.
Also in my top
Okay.
10 games of all
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Again, that's an incredible game. Talos Principle 2, also
So like,
amazing.
was it a weak year,
Yes.
or were they just playing the wrong games? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you have a point. You have a good point. All right, let's set aside Hollow Knight for now. I do want to quickly kind of just talk about general feelings about the Nintendo Direct today, because it was kind of a big one. Before we wrap up,
feelings. Can I
Ed's
mention
dancing.
Metroid? Can I
Or
mention?
he's
Well, I'm excited.
doing
Yeah, I
multiple
know what
hand
he's
jobs,
excited
I
about.
can't
I'm
tell.
excited as well. Yeah.
He's giving
Um,
double hand job on screen. Yeah,
there
that's
was
great.
there was certainly big news. I think it was a really good Nintendo Direct. There was a
Which
lot
is
of cool
crazy
stuff.
because there was no sign of Silksong. Sorry,
Yeah.
I stole that joke from Mario 64. I'm sorry.
But crazy that we had 3 Nintendo Directs this summer.
It is
And
wild.
and
And
this
there's
is
more to
what-
come because they're going to do a second Kirby Air Ride Direct, which is insane. The first one was 45 minutes long, which is insane for Kirby Air Ride. A game that, honestly, that first one, I could see why no one would even want to play more than 45 minutes of the game, period. But they did they're going to do a second Kirby Air Ride Direct, which is fucking crazy. I would
Are
love
they adding a
full-
third button?
I would love a full Prime 4 Direct.
they have
but-
to do one, right?
I mean, it's coming out in
Yeah.
December.
December,
I
which
imagine
is far.
I imagine we'll probably get one in October because they really haven't highlighted much about that game system.
So I will say
meaningful way.
today, this was the first time that they showed Prime
The Viking.
4 like something different, something unique. Because
Yeah.
I think they've been really bad at making trailers, but so far it just looks like more like some. Oh, we're just making Metroid Prime again. Don't worry, it's Metroid Prime. You love Metroid Prime, but they powers and stuff were like she can use psi powers to open doors, and I'm like, okay, cool. What's unique about this game? So that, but the thing they showed today, she has like a fucking light cycle. She has a motorcycle and she's driving around a big desert, and I'm assuming areas are connected in that world through that space. And she's doing like motorcycle combat. You know, she can do tricks on the motorcycle to do damage. She's driving into areas and hopping off her motorcycle. This is something very different. I think reactions to this were, I think it was kind of a weak trailer, and some people were like maybe
Or maybe picking
Like-
up on the weak trailer vibes more
well,
than the.
well, and there's some people I saw talking about like the visuals and stuff, but like I'm just excited that they're doing something different with this, because
I hope that the world feels more populated than that trailer made it seem, right? Like whether it's
but
with enemies or secrets or whatever. But like
I mean,
they
it's still
showed that
it's not going to be Breath of the Wild.
I know. I don't want it to be Breath of the Wild, but like when I played Stellar Blade earlier this year, as I mentioned, and that had like a fairly empty kind of open wide zone area, and that sand level reminded me of Stellar Blade because both the areas are sand levels in Stellar Blade, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think
I just
this
hope that there's more to those levels than just like you're zooming from place to place to try and like to get to the next like real Metroid area or whatever.
But I
right?
mean, which like I am not mad if most of my time is spent off my motorcycle in the areas where I'm playing Metroid Prime.
Right.
I still think it's better than like flying to the different planets from Prime 3, you know?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, all
I
that
hate
was
how like
loading screen, right?
disconnected that felt. To me, disconnected areas feels very not Metroid. So at least
Right.
they have something that can maybe tie the areas together. And you know, there'll probably be some cool boss fights, and there's going to be some secrets and shit. You even in that trailer, if you really look, there is stuff there. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like Starfield or anything where it's like there's nothing here.
Right. I mean, if it's anything like, you know, kind of as a Zelda-y like experience, you know, like old school Zelda,
Yeah.
where you're like unlocking
Powerful.
abilities, and then that allows you to kind of traverse the world better or differently. Then that's cool. That's what
You know
I
what it
want.
reminded me of, weirdly? It reminded me of that level in Tomb Raider Underworld where you're on a motorcycle and you're driving to like the different parts of the level, which I kind of liked, you know. I mean, whatever. I don't think a lot of people play Tomb Raider Underworld, but like it reminded me of that, and it reminded me of what was it? Something else where I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't hate it as long as there's not like too much of it. Unless the too much is good. I don't know. We'll see.
Did it remind
I'm excited
you of
in a
Recore
way
at
that
all?
Recore, yeah. Well, I mean, Recore is very deserty. I love.
Yeah,
Recore.
I mean the visuals remind me of Recore.
I famously,
I know you like Recore. A lot.
Recore was made by Armature, which was
Is
a studio formed from former Metroid Prime devs.
Is anybody worried about the fact that it's coming out in December and worried about it maybe not making that date?
No, I'm not worried about that. Why? No,
I don't know.
like when Nintendo has a date,
I just feel like December is like one of those months where like almost nothing ever gets announced.
No, like stuff comes out first week of December all the time.
Yeah, and
Plenty of
Nintendo
big
has
Nintendo
dropped.
Products.
Yeah, Nintendo has dropped games in December before.
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2
Xenoblade
came
games,
out in December.
Okay.
I think even a Metroid game I think has even come out in December if I'm not crazy, or at least late
when did Dread come
November.
out?
Dread,
I just
think
feel like
was earlier,
strategically
but
it's a weird month to release, like especially
no,
for
no.
a major
There's always
release,
a couple
but
of big
when-
titles in early
That's
December. Like because the thing about Metroid is that it's not a system seller for Nintendo. It never has been. That's not a series that sells a ton. Hollow Knight has sold more than all Metroid games combined.
Yeah.
I mean, put that into perspective. The namesake of the genre has sold the entire franchise has sold less than Hollow Knight. Castlevania also for that sake, but I don't know. I'm not worried about it. When Nintendo, usually Japanese developers in general, with the few exceptions, if they have a date like this close, it's not going anywhere unless they're like level 5 or some shit. Which it's still wild to me that Professor Layton has not been at a Nintendo Direct this year or anywhere. Like, where the fuck is that game? It's supposed to be out this year. Level 5 has been doing this for years now. They've been delaying games and being really quiet about games.
It's in the same place as Deca Police, okay?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the shit they've been doing. But that Fantasy Life game, Fantasy Life, the girl, what is it called?
The girl
Fantasy
Soul
Life?
Time, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That game came out and I heard is great. So it's not like Level 5 can't make video games anymore. But that game also was delayed and delayed and delayed. But I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm excited about Metroid. I was excited about Metroid even without something like fresh and new. Hopefully, if this motorcycle thing is either great or there isn't that much of it. But either way, I'm super excited. But there's other cool shit, right, Ed?
New Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
What's this new one called again? Fire Emblem.
Shit.
Not Three
Ed has-
Houses 2.
Ed has not committed it to memory yet.
Scrolling. Fortune's
be that
Weave.
Fortune's Weave.
And it has kind of like a Roman Colosseum vibe.
Which
at
I
least-
like that. I like that
the-
setup. That setup's good.
And I mentioned this before the podcast, but there's a book that I've been reading that is also very Roman themed called Will of the Many, and there's even like a couple chapters of the book that take place in a Roman Colosseum where they bring water in from the nearby river and fill it up.
Shit.
So it's like a mock ship battle. Awesome, incredible. And so like
they did that in Gladiator 2.
I know. I know this book came out before Gladiator 2, but that's okay. But yeah, no, I mean, like, new Fire Emblem, great. If they take like some of the best elements of Engage and the story elements from Three Houses, which
We'll see. We don't really know. It looks good.
It looks like it might be a sequel to Three Houses if you like noodle on the fact that Sothis is in the trailer and she looks older than she did in Three Houses. But the world looks like is more like a prequel because it's like Roman Empire time versus like medieval times. So very interesting to see what they do with the story.
Had characters, so like Fire Emblem like 6 and 7, and there's Fire Emblem 9 and 10, like that are like direct sequels or more connected. But like this doesn't seem like that. Have they had characters that, like, I'm trying to think of like some of these.
I mean, like Awakening had Crom in it, right? And Crom was...
but that's and I'm not talking about like Crom being in like with
Oh
everybody
yeah.
else and
Well,
like
I was
engage or
thinking
anything.
I was thinking of Crom goes by Marth when you first meet him.
Yeah.
Or Lucina goes by Marth or whatever, and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
reference the same. So that
Oh,
like
I
takes
see what you're
place in the same
saying.
area.
So
But
yeah.
but yeah. So it doesn't seem like there's any like real connective tissue besides Sothis yet.
But I guess my question for you is like, do you think that it's more connected than they're revealing right now?
I
Like,
think so.
obviously there was that tease, but do you think like we are going to see more of a connection between that and Three Houses?
I mean, they showed Sothis, they showed Creststones, which had a very big plot point in Three Houses. They hinted at maybe crests being a thing. So like that and there's a whole lore element behind that kind of reflects that it probably happens. But so the whole Fire Emblem subreddit is on fire right now, trying to decide whether it's a prequel or a sequel. It doesn't really matter, but it looks incredible. It comes out next year, and if I don't know how much they're going to actually focus inside the gladiatorial arena, but they definitely showed
A lot of it.
a battle that took place inside of it.
It's just hype.
And then they showed kind of the walking element where you're walking around the town and doing stuff, kind of just like Three Houses and Engage had. So I think it has a chance of being good. I mean,
It's exciting. I play all the Fire
keep an eye
Emblem
on
games.
it.
I'm excited about Fire Emblem.
Is this next year?
Yes, next
Yeah.
year. They don't have a date yet, but they put a year. So I'm
Shout out to Stories 3, which I think continues to look really great.
Monster
Yeah.
Hunter Stories
Monster
3, Brad. We
Yep.
need to.
Monster Hunter
clarify.
Stories 3.
Can we talk about the bullshit real quick?
What's the bullshit?
the virtual
the
boy?
virtual boy.
Well, yeah. So there's a lot. There's 3 different Nintendo bullshits in this trailer in this direct so far. There's the Virtual Boy, obviously. It's
What
weird.
the fuck?
It's weird. It's could be neat if it
Well,
wasn't.
Not much else to
Virtual Boy
say
is-
other than that it's weird.
Famously
It's like-
a flop and famously bad.
Yeah, and
So
Bring it back.
the second one, there's all those Nintendo Switch 2 editions, which is fine, in the DLC stuff. The second one is that Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are being released. They are $80 or $70 as a package, $80 if you buy them separately. People that bought 3D All Stars are just totally fucked. They have to buy
Galaxy 1 again if they want a physical.
Galaxy, yeah, if Galaxy 1 again if they want physical. It's just weird. They're coming out with a physical storybook from the game, but they're not including the extra pages, which is bizarre. It's like they decided to come out with the storybook beforehand. It's weird. The third one is less crazy, but they already announced paid DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA, and it has like Mega Raichu X and Y like locked behind the DLC, which sucks.
stupid.
And then also they had the three Kalos areas. Kalos is the name of the region that it takes place in. The 3 starters from that region all have Mega Evolutions as well, but those are locked behind competitive gameplay where you have to go fight other trainers in the competitive mode in order to get the gems to unlock those, which is just bizarre. It's weird.
I feel like no one's hyped for this game. What's up with that?
ZA? Yes, I hope no one's hyped for this game because I counterpicked
Really?
it in Fantasy Critic, and I hope it gets to 69.
I hope you eat like -10 on that one at least. But
I'm still living off my Lost Records Bloom and Rage excellent counterpick.
that's fucking crazy. It's because I was so close to picking that instead of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like it was literally I was waffling between those two, and was it already gone by the time it got back to me? Actually, you may have countered that before it got to me, because I think you counterpicked.
No, I
before
counterpicked
me.
Pokemon Legends ZA, then you counterpicked Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, okay. So
and then on the way back, you did Earthblade, which was a great pickup for you. And then I did.
Well, so when I saw Bloom and Rage, I thought it looked like kind of a step
Chris
up
is
for
like-
them. I thought it would have been like I thought it was going to be a return to form, like for
I smelled it. It smelled.
Well,
I
I mean,
smelled it.
Like
It
the
is.
truth is, the truth is, I think it's always safe to bet against Don't Nod when it comes to like
Yes.
Fantasy Critic, because they live in the 70s, now the 60s. But a lot of drama happened with that in the 2 episodes, and then them.
Yes, I
combining
know, I
them,
know,
and- yeah,
I know.
yeah. But whatever. You had another big fantasy critic win, Ed.
Hades
Keeper?
2.
Hades 2, yeah, coming out. Yeah, Hades 2, 2 weeks from now. That's insane. I didn't
That
expect
sooner-
it to
sooner
be
than I
this
thought.
early.
Fucking
I
crazy.
think-
25th. It's the 25th. It's
I think
Monday.
most
my
people
God.
believed that it was going to hit 1.0 before the end of the year.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it to be this soon.
When they dropped a patch in the middle of the summer on the early access version,
Yeah.
and I saw that patch and I thought they said that like the last patch would be the last patch and then that was going to be the last patch. I was like, oh no, development hell, what am I going to do? And then of course the Nintendo Direct dropped today. I was like as soon as
crazy,
they
though.
started showing the trailer for Hades 2, I was like, oh come on, that
Yeah,
needs
'cause
a new pair of
it's a
shoes.
console,
Let's
right?
go. Yeah.
And it's like Silksong
Is
and
it-
Hades 2 in the same month. They murdered
It's nuts.
every other indie game, and it's brutal. It's brutal because a lot of those indie games move from early September to late September. Games on my Critics Royale list, you know, and I really need reviews. Man, I feel bad for Absalom, which is did I mention it? I haven't mentioned it. Absalom is the Hades inspired like beat 'em up from people who worked on Streets of Rage 4. And it's like a really cool game. I played the demo during Next Fest, and it was really good and it was really polished and the music was really good. And I'm like, it was Hades inspired in a lot of like good ways. And it comes out like first week of October, and it is going to get completely drowned out by Hades, I believe. It sucks so much. The other one I'm worried about, not related, but related, Mina the Hollower. It's coming out Halloween, but like, and I know it's the Shovel Knight devs, but because it's like a new IP, like I'm worried it's going to get lost in the shuffle because there are like big boy indie sequels just stomping around, and Mina the Hollower is one that I'm really rooting for. I think it's going to do really, really like game play wise. I think it's going to be amazing, but I'm going to cry if not enough people buy
No one
it.
plays it. Yeah.
I think they will. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a complete flop, but like I have a feeling it's going to deserve better. I'll say that.
Right.
Deserve more.
As far as the Nintendo Direct goes, is there anything else we want to shout out to here?
Also, Final
Anything?
Fantasy Tactics. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy Tactics at the end of the month.
I
Hades
was going to
2,
be
get the
playing Final
fuck out of
Fantasy
my way.
Tactics.
I think
was
a lot
gonna
of
be
people
playing
would have
Tactics for
tried
the
it.
first time.
I
And
know
now I'm
that
going to be playing Hades 2.
I doubt that anyone here has played Suika game, but it is like
Oh,
that is a hot game for like teenagers and
yeah.
and
Wait, which one?
that crowd, the Suika
Suika
game,
game.
the little fruit game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so to have like a, for lack of a better word, a sequel to the game is I think
Young
It's cool.
gamer slop.
young gamer
Young
stuff, for
gamer
sure.
slop.
What was that
Um,
game that like they showed right after the Mario stuff? And it was like some side-scrolling indie action game or something. It had a weird.
Stormlancers? I
Yeah,
think it
what
was
the fuck was
Stormlancers,
that?
right?
Stormlancers?
They said it was
Yeah.
a roguelike.
But what is that? Like,
A
who's the
2D action
developer?
platformer.
Is
That's
it
a-
a notable developer? Like, why
it's
was
out
that
today.
in
Eric
here?
ass name.
It's out today.
It's a
There's
shadow
drop.
Okay,
Yeah.
shadow drop. Okay,
That's couch
that's
co-op.
fair.
That's cool.
I
I
think
pulled
it
up-
would-
I pulled up the Nintendo store just now. Would you like to take a guess as to how much the Virtual Boy for the Nintendo Switch 2 is?
Oh, $100.
$100.
Ed, you knew the answer to that when he asked.
I did not know the
plastic.
answer to that.
It's
I swear.
plastic. It's fucking plastic. Why is it $100?
$100 to play only Virtual Boy games that you have to buy separately.
Well, I
Man,
mean,
could you
technically they
imagine
could
if
do
it was
some other
actually-
like whack ass
Well,
VR stuff.
Do you buy separately or you had the expansion pass and Nintendo Switch Online?
Guys,
Well,
whatever
card-
happened to Labo? Like, seriously.
Well, Labo's back. What are you talking about?
This
they
is
have a
Labo.
cardboard. They have
This
a
is Labo
cardboard
Part
version
2.
of the Virtual Boy. And Labo
Jesus.
was you did put your screen into Labo for some of those games. They had a VR headset for Labo, like a
That's-
bad one.
so
Right?
dumb.
Did I dream that? No, they did.
Wait,
They had one where you
they
put the
did.
screen in there and you put it up to your eyes.
Oh,
So-
we didn't mention the Super Mario Galaxy movie, right?
Whatever.
Ah,
It's
It's
fun.
a movie. We're a video game.
It'll be
podcast.
fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
That'd be fine.
The music
I
will
can't
be
believe I can't believe the lack of Nintendo Switch 2 editions or like upgrade or patches of a number of first party Nintendo games still. All the Xenoblade games don't have it.
Xenoblade X is the one I'm curious about. Like, why does that not have a patch?
I know it came out this year. Like
what the fuck?
I played like maybe a chapter 6 or something of that. So I'm like really excited to get a 60 FPS patch or whatever, right?
Is that one you've played before?
No. Oh well, I played a good amount of it. I remember exactly where I stopped last time, and I'm now past that point.
So you've never flown?
I never even ridden.
Dude, X is like, I mean, granted, we're not the same kind of Xenoblade fan. I've played them all, not to completion. X is my favorite.
Yeah, I know it was your number one that year. I remember.
Yeah, it is a very, but to me, it's a very different game than the others. It's more about that open world and less about the story.
But I'm like excited about that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I played 1, 2, and 3.
It's a cool game, and there's some cool twists in there. I know you like your twists.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Unless there's
also,
anything else.
Tamagotchi Life. Shout out to Tamagotchi Life. It's going to be amazing. Henry's game of the next year. He's so happy and excited about Tamagotchi Life. It's funny.
Any other shout outs for Nintendo? Last chance, going once, going twice.
It's good.
I can't wait to start playing games with Callie. Like, it's going to be so fun.
How about a fuck you to Nintendo?
It's fun,
for
but you'll be surprised by how. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, Henry plays games that I am not really interested in sometimes, and sometimes sometimes he'll play a game that I've already played and I really like. Like he played through Monster Hunter Stories 2, and I'm like, oh, that's sick, dude. He doesn't even know what Monster Hunter is, but to him it was just a cool game. But we play games around each other a lot. We don't really play games with each other because we don't enjoy it as much. We drive each other crazy. And
I don't know.
I
think like the whole like I hear Greg Miller talk about playing with his son, and they do a lot of pass the controller stuff, and like that's cool.
We do that as well.
I don't know. Yeah,
but like Henry doesn't want to give the shit back, and I'm like, oh, let me fucking do it for you. You know, I'm excited because he's reading now. We're gonna play.
What's your latest Goosebumps?
Because he's kind of at the age where he's good at reading now, but he's not like he's not reading like chapter books and stuff yet, right? And for me, it's like, well, he needs to be practicing his reading, you know, like during the summers on summer reading programs and stuff. But like to me, with the kind of reading he's doing at his level, it's like all bad. Like the reading itself is bad, but they do it that on purpose because they're trying to teach you to read. So it's very simple. But there's old RPGs and stuff. I'm like, you know what? We can skip reading for today. You could play some Chrono Trigger, dude. Let's do it. Yeah. So like we're gonna do that soon. We're gonna play some Chrono Trigger on the CRT over there, and I'm excited because I've been waiting for him to be able to read.
My nephew just is going into the 2nd grade, and he is. When I played my first Pokemon game, which is the first game I got, Pokemon Blue, in the 2nd grade, and so I'd have to give him one of my Game Boys that can play the game and have him play like Fire Red or Leaf Green or whatever.
Funny, because Henry started 2nd grade and he just started playing Arceus. So that's his first Pokemon game. And I think it was a bad first Pokemon game because I think it's too hard for him. He's like, what the fuck? But
yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah,
good times. All right, gentlemen.
What's the 4-player minute, Nick?
It's your final thoughts for the week. Look at that. I've gotten so succinct at saying it now.
It's your hype, sweat, fuck you, and thank you. That's what you're supposed to say.
I mean, that's the classic. That's the classic formula. So, Brad, why don't you start us off?
Fine, I'll do the classic formula. My hype for this week, I know all these new exciting games that everybody cares about, but for me, it's still Final Fantasy Tactics #1. That game's going to have a hard mode. It's got full voice acting. I'm so excited. I'm going to dump 100 hours into that for sure this year or more. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I feel like I am being spoiled by how many games that I feel like are just for me are coming out. Lumines is still one that I can't believe I have to wait till November to play. They pulled the demo. Even if you've downloaded it, they pulled the demo, which I was playing all the time. And their press release was like, go play Silksong. I was like, fuck you, but you're right.
Wait,
Fuck you,
is
but
that really what it said?
yeah. But that's my hype. My fuck you is Hades 2. Because fuck you. My game of the year that year came out. I think most of our game of the years that game came out. But like the truth is,
Not me.
what was your game of the year that year?
Desperados.
Really? Over Hades 2.
Yeah.
That was an
Sprout
excellent
Street's
video
really
game
good.
as well.
Unique pick for sure.
Not unique.
But yeah, I'm gonna play Hades 2 and I'm gonna get addicted. But like, my sweat, or was it a fuck you? My sweat is that I play Slay the Spire still nearly every single day of my life. It is absolutely on my top 10 of all time.
Oh, they got pushed. To spring.
It got pushed. That's my
Sorry,
thank you
spoilers.
for this week. That's my actual. It's my thank you for this week because as much as I wanted it, like this year was too full, and with the way things have been going, I was worried that press release was going to be like we're also coming out in September, and I would have just had to quit my job or something. But what I've noticed is I love roguelikes, but like Hades is another hard and demanding roguelike where, and I've been playing between that and Silksong and like Ninja Gaiden comes out soon. I've been playing Ragebound and Shinobi, and I'm like, these games are asking so much of me. I want like a chill turn-based game because like the roguelike where like one bad room can like destroy your whole run because your reflexes just weren't good enough. It's exhausting. I adore Hades, but like, man, I don't know if I'm ready.
Game.
I don't know if I'm ready to jump back into that. I'm just doing
Yeah.
so. I want some chill video games. Damn, I want Lumines. I want Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a lot.
Silksong and Hades 2 being back to back sounds so
It's a
exhausting.
lot. It's a lot. It's so much. I'm just
Dude,
exhausted
I hadn't
knowing I
mentioned
still have to
this,
play
but
another 40
Silksong-
hours of Silksong.
Silksong is absolutely destroying my thumb. Like my thumbnail is sensitive. Like when
Oh.
you squeeze it,
What
like
controller are you using?
I'm using an Xbox gamepad. I'm just using my.
You're using your nail? That's a bad controller.
No,
then why are you using your nail?
No, it's because I'm not using my nail. I'm pushing so
You're
fucking
pu-
hard.
yeah. He's
I'm
pushing
pressing buttons so
Yeah.
hard that
You're
now
pushing-
when they just touch my
You're
thumbnail,
pushing
it
your
hurts.
thumb into the nail, right? Into the nail bed,
Yeah.
right?
I was
Yeah.
struggling because I've been playing on Switch, mostly on my TV, for Silksong. Because damn it, it's a TV game. It deserves to be on a TV. Some in
It
handheld,
does.
but mostly like grinding and stuff on a handheld. The Switch Pro Controller D-pad not up to snuff. I had another cool like pad that I got for my Switch too because it could wake up the Switch. It's like the only third-party controller that can wake up the Switch, and it was only $30. Has a great retro D-pad, but the way I was holding it,
I still
was-
can't
it
believe
was-
there are people
it
playing
was hurting
Hollow
my
Knight with a
hand.
D-pad.
it was hurting my hand. Okay, we can't get into that. It was hurting my
Blows
hand,
my
but
mind.
like the 8-bit dough controller that I have that I bought recently, it was also like $30. It was really good. I finally found the one. The only thing is like the rumble on it isn't like quite as good as like HD rumble or like the DualSense, and I kind of wish I had better rumble. But like as far as like the feel of the controller and the D-pad, like that kind of worked me out. What do you use a D-pad, Ed?
No,
You use
both
the stick as
sticks.
well?
Yeah.
How are you doing these like precise pogos and stuff with an analog stick?
I don't
It
know
seems
how you're doing it
crazy
with a
to me.
D-pad.
Well, you're just a young gamer or something. I know you're not a young person anymore, but you didn't start in you started in like the 64 era and the PlayStation.
The irony
era,
being
right?
I'm the youngest one on this podcast.
Which
Yeah.
I get it, but like to me, I do not get that at all. To me, it's a
Dude, a
D-pad
D-pad
game through and through.
My thumbs would be falling off my hands if I was using a D-pad.
my hand, my
What
right
does that
hand does.
mean?
My right
It
hand
means
does
like
hurt. And it's left
I would be
does
I would
hurt.
be mashing the D-pad so
No,
hard.
you don't really use it like that. I mean,
No, you ro-
I've not
you-
had any
you
issues
roll it
with my
like a stick,
thumbs.
Yeah. My hands do hurt after a long Silksong playing on the Steam Deck.
What controller? Oh, on the Steam Deck. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using
Which
the
I'm
Steam
not
Deck
saying.
too, periodically.
My
I
Steam Deck is
I got one of those like
sometimes.
mechanism gaming pillows. I don't know if you guys have seen those
Uh-huh.
ads on Instagram or whatever. And so I can play hands free with my Steam Deck and then just have an Xbox controller, and that seems to be working pretty well. Or
My wife has a
PlayStation
pillow
controller,
she
yes.
uses for crocheting, and she's like, "You can use this for like gaming as well." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever."
There are the ladies from MinMax talk about that
PP Bang.
one of the PP Bang, they got a they got a gaming pillow, and their mom like found the gaming pillow, and it looks like a breastfeeding pillow.
Yeah.
And so they were like, they were the mom was like, "Do you have something you want to tell me?" She's like, "No, it's for video games."
Underrated podcast,
funny.
by the way. That podcast has been good.
Yeah, PP Bang is really
I've heard
good.
good things. Yeah.
Ah, man.
All right.
I don't know. So yeah, and my thank you is to is of course like I was saying earlier to Mega Crit for delaying Slay the Spire 2. It's my fuck you and a thank you, but really I needed a break. So
We hear you. All right, Chris Davis, you're up.
What is there to say? Other than fuck you to Supergiant for launching Hades 2 this year. Fuck
stop
you
it.
to Nintendo for launching a
You
$20
shouldn't have countered Hades.
Bitch, let me fucking finish for once tonight. Stop interrupting me.
He's got to get a salami or whatever the fuck he's
Pastrami. I just had some and it's delicious, and y'all are
wrapped
missing
it up?
out. Yeah, I had to. So
We are.
fucking good. Yeah, fuck you to Nintendo for launching a $20 paid expansion for Donkey Kong 2 months after it came out. Just fuck
That's
off
weird.
right out of that. You and then a $100 attachment to play fucking Virtual Boy games.
How much is that Donkey Kong DLC?
$20.
$20.
$20.
That's what he
That is
said.
a lot. That is a lot.
Yes.
But they did charge 70 instead of 80 for that. So maybe this was part of their plan.
Oh, so it's just a $90 game.
A $90 game.
Well, you don't have to buy the DLC.
True.
I will not be buying the DLC.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong was good, but maybe not that good.
Well, I might buy it if that mode is amazing.
That's
We'll see.
the snake killed it.
Well, no, I
just
still
kidding.
am like in disagree. Like I've known Nick for a very long time now, and I've podcasted with him for that same amount of time, basically.
Here we go.
I can tell when he likes a game and not love a game, and this dude hates Donkey Kong.
Fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I can tell,
That
Nick,
is-
you're gonna be bumping this. You're gonna be putting a bullet in the back of this ape's head at the end of the year.
I mean, it's not going to make my top 10, I'm pretty sure.
That's
It's just-
fucking crazy to say already. You
Game
have
from the
already
Mario
10 games that
team.
you liked more than Donkey Kong.
I have at least 7, and I feel like
But do you see how much more of like a backhanded, like that's even worse. You've not even played 10 games you like more than Donkey Kong, but you're confident that like you're gonna find some more. To me,
because
that
I know
says
what's
you
coming
don't
out
like
in the
that
next
game
3
that much.
months.
Yeah, but you've not played those games. But like
I'm fairly confident.
But to relegate it to already behind games you've not even played. To
Hey, Brett,
me,
As
is
far as
like-
you're concerned, even if it does happen to make my list and I put it in my number 10 slot, it might as well not even be there.
I mean,
That's your prerogative.
that's kind of the truth.
The number 10 spot, actually, or is it number 9? Number 9 is the throwaway spot.
It depends.
Number
It's-
10's fine.
I don't know. Whatever.
I've
We'll
never
see.
quite understood that. Anyway, sorry, Chris Davis. Continue.
No, I'm not looking for an apology from you, Nick. Anyway,
Nah, you
Yeah,
mad at
just- I'm-
Nintendo. What?
I'm just
surprised.
also mad at Ubisoft. Did you heard the bullshit they got going on over there? They've announced that the next Far Cry game is going to be multiplayer focused.
I saw that.
And
Whatever. I mean,
there's a Rayman remake happening. I don't fucking believe it.
I thought it was a new platformer in that.
Yeah, I thought it was
series.
new.
I don't know.
3D.
They
There
talked
is
about it
another-
on Twitter or whatever.
That's kind of exciting. Who's doing it? Did you say Ubisoft sold off some of their like smaller IP, including the
Grow Home and Grow Up, yeah.
series?
Yeah, it's a-
Child of Eden as
Alright.
well.
Child of Eden, which is Child of Eden. That's the
Yes.
that's the
Mizuguchi?
Res successor.
Yes,
Mizuguchi game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
Um,
I'm glad it's getting out there, but at the same time, like, I don't know, man.
you can't be mad at the price of this Virtual Boy thing. It's a weird boutique collector's item.
He's
that no one
mad
actually
because
is they're gonna
He's
make
mad
like
because
like
he's gonna buy it.
100 of.
Fuck off, Nick. Fuck
the
you,
thing.
sir.
He's not gonna buy it. He doesn't want to buy it. He wouldn't buy it if it was $20.
I can't believe Nintendo is making me give them $100. That's what I'm hearing.
The Virtual Boy's bad. It was bad, and you don't.
That's the joke. That's the joke, Brad. That's the joke.
But the thing is that like they're tricking people into thinking it wasn't bad.
No, they're
They're
not.
not. They're not. They're really not.
That thing is not going to sell. That's going to be a collector's
No,
item. That's it.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
collector's item, and that's why it's $100.
Yeah.
I would rather
How many collector's items have you gotten out of buying like a $200 physical
That's
deluxe
true.
edition or whatever? Think of it the same way.
It's gonna go on a lot of people's like.
You probably bought a lot
as
of
like
bad statues with bad
How many?
paint jobs over the
How
years.
many? How much was the physical Hollow Knight that you bought when you could have bought it for $5? Like, money's relative.
$82.
$20.
Also,
still.
Can I ask you a question? You said early on in this show, as a homeowner now, you can now cook pastrami.
Yes.
Why did you have to
Salami.
buy a home to
He
cook?
just
meats?
wanted to drop that he's cooking pastrami. All right.
Okay,
He
Now,
wanted
but
to-
like,
he
you
wanted
could
to
was
do
half
that
the
without
equation.
buying a house.
He wanted to drop that into a video game podcast because it makes sense.
But I just don't understand why the homeowner was a prerequisite. You could cook without owning a home.
Because it has to be smoked. And at my apartments that I've lived at, you're not allowed to have a grill or a smoker. So
That's
this
pretty
is
much
my
every
first
apartment.
opportunity
But
to do
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
not just like cooking pastrami in his kitchen. He's smoking it on the patio with a smoker.
Yeah.
A smoker. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just cut off a slice, and it's amazing. And y'all are missing
So
out.
you've tried to smoke meats at apartments before, and
Oh, no, they
chased you
don't.
out of town.
There was a neighbor of mine who literally got the fire department called on him because he was cooking.
It's a
on
fire hazard, bro. It's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
All
we're
right.
good.
Is it Ed's turn?
It's
Please.
that was the longest 4-player minute ever
This is
of
what
all
we
time.
do. This is what we do.
This
I know.
It was the
I know.
shortest my 4-player minute. It was the longest Brad invading my 4-player minute.
The only one who's ever had short 4-player minutes is Nolan, and that's it.
I mean, I'd make mine pretty short.
No, Nick, you say that, but yours are often just as long. They are.
Mm-hmm.
Only Nolan.
All right, Ed, pressure's on.
Yeah. So I mean, I listed off a bunch of games that I played but haven't finished. But I think obviously number one on my list right there is Clair Obscur. I really am excited to kind of get to the
Such a good
next
game.
part of the game for that. So
Can I say one recommendation? I don't know what kind of gamer you are. There are the kind of gamers that hit credits and they're like, all of a sudden, interest in the game goes away. I've hit credits. I'm done with it. Are you the kind of gamer that can go back after credits to do a lot of content?
oh yeah,
Do
Okay.
it.
When you get to Act 3, head towards the end of the game.
okay.
There is like you could play that game for an extra 10.
I remember you guys talking about
20
this.
hours.
It's like you get over leveled for the final boss. Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Extremely
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
It will mean so
Yeah.
much more if you do it
No worries.
before you
Yeah.
power level.
I agree with Brad.
Because
At the same time,
you can't unpower level in that game. Like you
100%,
can in
right.
some other.
Right.
but
So yeah,
the
I mean-
post
I mean,
game content is so fucking good.
There's a lot of
Now
good
who's
stuff
interrupting?
there. There's a lot of good stuff there. Yeah.
now who's interrupting?
I mean, that's what we
Sorry.
do. That's why they're long.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think like, leading up into Silksong coming out, I was playing Clair Obscur a lot because I'd finished Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and man, it's a fucking good year. It's a good fucking year. I am like I don't have a ton that I'm like super hyped for the rest of the year, honestly. Like Ghost of Yote I'm excited for. Yeah, I'll probably play Tactics like next year. Like wait till
Fuck
then.
off. I get it, but like it's only my favorite game of all time. Whatever.
I know.
Can I say I still feel like you look a lot like Henry from Kingdom Come Deliverance? I see a lot of Henry in you. We all have similar bloodlines, maybe.
I don't think I have any Czech in me. But I did describe this game to a Czech coworker of mine, and he was just like, "Cool." I was like, "No, you don't understand. You have to hit the sword every time."
I bet over there that game is like a national treasure.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely.
Hmm.
But yeah, I I'm loving being a father. I'm loving playing games right now. Uh, living a
Good
good
shit.
life. Can't complain too much. So
There we go. Look at that. That's
I just want you to know
nice.
when you have the conversation about number 2. I'm not saying it's ever going to happen or will or shouldn't or whatever. When you have the conversation about number 2 or whatever, or you talk to people who've had 2 kids, 2 kids is not twice as hard. Just so
Yeah.
you know,
I know.
be
I know, yeah.
prepared.
It's 4 times.
And
I was about to say, is it 3 times harder? Like,
It's 3 to 4 times harder. Yes.
Yeah. And one last thing. Just love each other, man.
yeah.
That's the last.
Agreed.
That's my
Yeah.
last word. Let's love each other.
It's
Come on.
Yeah.
it's been a weird week. We haven't talked about that, and we're not going to, but it's been a weird fucking week.
Yep.
And
that's all you have to say. Just love each other.
yeah. All right, my 4-player minute. My final thoughts. Somebody in chat pointed out that I haven't really had a chance to mention my thoughts on the 007 First Light presentation.
Or the Dexter.
Oh
finale.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Or the Dexter finale, right?
I mean, I have plenty of thoughts on the Dexter finale
okay.
out there. I've written 10 like huge essays about over the
That's
course
where
of
all
those
your
and
gaming
reviews.
time is gone.
But I
yeah,
only hear
dude,
about your Dexter thoughts on this podcast.
When there's a season of Dexter running, I'm working like a second job practically. That's an exaggeration, but anyways, yeah. So I watched the presentation on 007 First Light. I think it looks cool. I'm gonna be honest. There was a moment in that trailer where I was like, okay, I can't believe they showed that, and I know that can't be right. That cannot be right. There is literally a sequence in that where he's like, I forget what the context is. Oh, he's running down the runway chasing like an airplane that's about to take off, and like there's this like cars coming around, and 2 of them like crash together, and like one spins out and like comes right at him, and he like jumps into like there's like no door on it, so he like jumps into the car.
Awkward.
It looks. I was like, he's dead. Like the man is dead.
Yeah.
But then suddenly he's driving the car, and I was like, okay, that cannot be the final cut. Like that has to be
No.
like we're still working on that. Like that's not real.
I mean, this is
So
the
I was
development team behind the Hitman games. Like, there is some goofy, dumb shit.
Well, but like this is
Well, no, I mean,
different. They're making a different kind of game here.
They're making a 007 thing, and it's fine because that is kind of 007. And I know what they're going for, but the way it's cut together, it doesn't look smooth. It doesn't look like something like an action hero would pull off and survive. It looks like someone fucked up and he just got fucking creamed by a car and died. But then he's suddenly driving the car. It can be. I'm not saying it can't be silly. It can be silly. This is not about plot. Go watch that trailer. It looks like something went horribly wrong in that sequence. But
I have watched that multiple times. It's weird.
I had to rewind it a few times. I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" But anyways, I watched the whole thing, and I was like,
Sorry. I was gonna say like
go ahead.
it's like IO got an external marketing team to take care of this game, and they couldn't necessarily provide the footage that they needed for these trailers.
I mean,
No,
it's.
no.
I
What are
mean,
we
I
talking
think it's
about here?
just.
How do you feel about the game
it's an-
itself?
I think the game. I think it looks like. It looks like kind of what I was hoping for. There's definitely elements of Hitman in there.
But
you
yeah,
can
it's
see-
just elements. Like this is more of
Yeah,
the typical kind of Bond game that you
it's
see
a story.
than I expected.
It's a story.
Linear set PC.
Set piece. Here's the thing. I don't know how linear it is. I think that's kind of yet to be seen because it does look like it's one of those situations where, like a Hitman game, there are multiple routes to be taken. There are big open spaces with lots of NPCs walking around.
When you're walking around, but like when you get in like a car and even the shooting stuff, it seemed very scripted.
Set pieces will be scripted, and I'm fine with that. Like if you want to interconnect these like big open like mechanically experimental sequences with like these really linear action set pieces, I think that's fine. That's cool. I still have a little bit of concern because my complaint with Hitman has always been that just I end up feeling like if I mean, it's the same kind of, it's going to be the same problem for me. I can already tell, which is like I play a Hitman game. I want to feel like an assassin. I want to feel like a badass. And the moment I fuck something up, I feel like I have to reload, and it just kills me every fucking time. And I feel like it's going to happen here, maybe to a lesser extent, because maybe it's going to be more emphasis on the action than like the Hitman-y stuff. But I don't know. I'm here for it. I think it looks polished. It looks nice. They need to fix
I
that
hope you're
one
happy
sequence.
because there's a lot of sad Hitman fans right now. But that's fine. That's
I mean,
fine. Or concerned Hitman fans, I should say.
Sure.
You
I mean,
know
I
there's
would
going to be
say
a 47 cameo somewhere.
Probably.
That's not what I want.
But that's not
But-
what he's talking about either.
That's not what I'm talking about.
And
Well,
now
no,
it's the game for Brad.
I've always been I'm obviously a bigger 007 fan than I am a Hitman fan.
That's an understatement.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously.
As in one you
So-
actively dislike and one you love.
Well, one that I have actively tried to embrace and enjoy, and I've failed multiple times.
Fair. I thought there was going to
But
be a happy medium. I wasn't expecting a Bloodstone. Granted, it's going to be more involved than a Bloodstone, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Bloodstone was pretty simple. This definitely looks like this looks like levels will have various paths you can take through the levels, and finding those paths is the fun part. But you know, I'm here for it. I want to see more about it, but I'm also bracing myself because it's probably going to end up having a lot of the same frustrations for me. I guess the only other thing I want to say, final thoughts wise, because I did this before I knew that Hades 2 was coming out this fucking month, is I had kind of like budgeted for like, I want to play this game. I want to buy like these 3 or 4 games over the course of September. And I went ahead with
Which
that.
Japanese games are getting the boot?
I bought Hell Is Us,
Oh.
and I was actually going to start that this weekend.
Oh.
But now I'm playing. Now I know Hades 2 is coming. I'm like, fuck! I can't stop playing Silksong. I have to get as far in Silksong as I possibly can, because I don't want to be waiting on. I don't want to be sitting on Hades 2 for so fucking long. So I don't know. This month is fucking nuts because I'm also going to play Silent Hill F. Obviously, it's a big month for me. It's a big fucking month for me. Man. I picked up Borderlands 4 in Fantasy Critic, and that's doing pretty well so far.
I thought you picked up
For
the game.
now.
No. You know, in Fantasy Critic, I picked it up like 2 weeks ago, and it's out now, and there's reviews, and it's sitting at like an 85, and that's way better than I was.
Yeah, it's definitely
thinking so.
definitely overperformed, but
Yeah.
For now.
We'll
they
see if it
hired
holds,
up.
but-
They got some.
Yeah.
You know. Shout out to
But anyways,
Xalavir.
yeah, that's my 4-player minute. A Dexter's over for at least a year, and that sucks, but very happy. Anyways, guys, Ed, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out.
Happy to
Thanks for
talk
talking
Silksong.
Silksong. And I'm sure we'll see you again before the end of the year, maybe, possibly.
Better.
As Ed so eloquently put it a minute ago, guys, be good to each other out there. That's really the most important fucking thing. And
I want to be very clear. Love each other.
love each other.
Unconditionally. Unconditionally.
Okay. There we go.
Agreed.
We'll be back next week with another episode. I don't know what we'll be talking about. More video games, more Silksong, I'm sure. In the meantime, join us in Discord at discord.gg/4player. You can find all of our episodes on 4playernetwork.com, and of course, your preferred podcast service. In the meantime, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.